Hey, hello everyone, it's Mr. Rob Ronan here again, and we've finally got the reveal trailer for the mysterious last character, the Lost Warrior, I believe he was called? Yeah, Lost Warrior. And from what I've read in the comments, he was some boss character in Dungeon Fighter Online, and pretty notoriously hard to beat. And his design, it doesn't let down. Not that anyone thought any design in this game would have let them down. But look how unique this guy looks, both unique and badass, come on. I did say he looks kind of like Ursula from The Little Mermaid, but like in a cool way, you know? Another epic. I don't know, I don't think this guy is one of the classes from Dungeon Fighter, but he's kind of like a mage sorcerer looking guy with his like manipulation of... Okay, I don't know what that is. But he looks pretty damn awesome. And this is probably going to be the last character we get, character reveal we get before the game comes out. I'm not sure if they're going to show the DLC Pack 1 characters or whatever first. Like, because they did that stuff for... Or they didn't do it for Strife, no, they just said that there would be DLC. I think they did it for KOF. But, yeah, look how cool his... At least his character art, like, even his character art and his in-game model both look amazing. So we've got light, medium, into one of his heavies, which is really cool. So he crosses through to the other side. Yes, there are no actual cross-ups in this game, but it's really handy to be able to switch sides for free. So like, if you're doing pressure when you're in the corner, you can just press a few buttons and switch sides, and all of a sudden your opponent's in the corner. Like, bruh, that is kind of OP. That's what made characters like Cassie Cage and Johnny Cage really strong in MK11, because they had the ability to just do that. And if it's just a special, like the meterless special, that means he can cancel it into something else and probably keep it safe, so he can just switch sides for free. And then he chooses to switch side again into this epic meter burn launcher looking thing. So it looks like he has a lot of side switches, and here's a parry that we get to see. Which also seems like it might be a launcher. This guy's full of launchers, and he puts these runes on the opponent. We don't really get to see what they do in the trailer, but I assume they will have some kind of effect. So as you can see, this is kind of the parry animation. Grappler has a parry like this, so it like kind of gets guarded and then has this yellow flash, and then goes into this gorgeous cinematic animation. And look how high he's launched. Surely, knowing DNF Duel, if something's launched this high, surely he's going to recover and be able to combo off of it, especially if he's near a corner. And yeah, there's a rune placed on the opponent again here, so I'm very intrigued to see what that does. Maybe that lets him teleport to the opponent or have some extra effects on some attacks. I'm not too sure. So as you can see, there's no rune here, but he's able to do this. Whoa, actually, I didn't even notice this the first time I watched. So Berserker's been launched in the air really high by something. Looks similar to some of the other launches we've seen, like the thing where he crossed sides and launched to the air, and the parry had a similar launch to this, but they both put a rune on the opponent. But here, he just teleports, and it's hard to tell if this move is teleporting to Berserker being in the air, or does it just teleport him at this specific like position every time. Maybe it just teleports him into the air, in like slightly in front of himself to get like a falling overhead. Or does it teleport to the opponent and do that attack? Because that would be kind of ridiculous for anti-zoning. Because it goes straight into this thing, which I assume is an overhead, maybe just a mid. But it seems like it launches the opponent yet again in a very similar launching arc and puts another rune on the opponent. And as you can see, even if he wasn't able to combo off of it meterlessly, he was able to cancel his special into another special, which is this cool combo ender, which I imagine is going to be his most basic combo ender, because it kind of just lets out this sword, and then there's a few other swords come out. So spends the meter, boom, if you get hit by one sword, then the follow-ups come out. I presume they only come out on hit. Maybe block too. Now this is interesting. I'm really intrigued as to how this animation is, like, what is causing this animation? How did this situation come about? What hit Berserker for this to happen? So is this like a projectile floating? Oh, excuse me, swords, get off the screen. So there's this little ball that kind of seems like it hits Berserker. I don't know if this is a projectile that was traveling across the screen, or maybe he just does this animation and makes the ball appear at this certain distance, or maybe it appears on the opponent. That would be kind of crazy depending on how long it takes to start up. Or maybe the ball was like already sitting there on the screen like a setup, and if the opponent walks into it, then he goes into this animation. I have no idea. But once again, it's very intriguing. He switches side, has this awesome animation where he does like a double slash in front of him, then switches places, and then the double slash ends up hitting Berserker after they swapped. Oh, it's so stylish. Everything in this game is so epic. This is clearly a throw animation, I believe. Oh, okay. So we do see a teleport that just teleports him. See, this looks a bit more like Kunoichi's teleport, where she kind of just teleports diagonally upwards instead of straight to the opponent. But I'm not sure if this is the same move we saw before where he teleports into the air, because it didn't cost any meter. So he's got two different teleports, a meter burn one and a meter-less one. That's pretty crazy. And from the air, he has this... I want to say it's a command grab, but that just sounds too ridiculous, even for DNF Duel. I know Grappler has an air-to-ground command grab, but I think this is surely just like an overhead or a strike that goes into an animation, right? surely, right? But nonetheless, it looks very cool. It's able to cancel out of the teleport into this magical grab, hold the opponent in front of you, then boom! Magic stab. And the ultimate looks a little janky in slow motion, so we're not gonna watch it in slow motion. Ah, I love stuff like that. Using the force, just fling him into the pillars. Looks amazing. I don't know what that is. Is that his soul coming out of his stomach? I have no idea. Looks bloody badass. So, yeah, wait, let me just quickly look at that first teleport we saw. Yeah, that was definitely a meter burn teleport. Interesting. So maybe this one will really track to wherever the opponent is and just do this, like, instant overhead, possibly overhead attack that launches and goes into an ender. Like, oh man. I don't know how every character is cool and none of them feel like repetitive, because when you have a game that's like so cracked out like this, characters can start to feel repetitive because everyone just has these amazing tools, and there's only a certain number of ways tools can be amazing, but somehow every character seems completely cracked and amazing, but also feel really, really unique and very, very full of personality and character and charisma. It is really, really awesome. Let's quickly see if there's anything interesting in the comments. Yeah, so he was a boss character, but apparently not a very big boss character. So not many people would even know about him, so it's interesting why they would include him into the game. They did say that he's unlockable by finishing the story mode, so I imagine that they've used this kind of side boss character as the main villain for DNF Duel to make an interesting story mode that can kind of branch into DFO without completely being a huge aspect of the lore. This dude looks badass, never played the original game before, but this is a stellar design. I feel like you could put this on any of the character trailers and it would make sense. Yeah, the teleport warp gate character is something right up my alley. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. It's crazy that literally every character is cool in their own right. God, this game looks so damn pretty. This game's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it's only 6 days now. I cannot wait. And we get a little bit more news there, because we had an Arc System Live, an Arc Sys Live event today. But there's also one in 2 days' time, or 3 days' time, which is specifically about DNF Duel. So I don't know what the hell else they're gonna reveal. In the Arc Sys Live, we already got gameplay, like a little bit of gameplay with Kizzy K and an Arc Sys developer, with the new characters like Launcher, Troubleshooter, Enchantress, Swiftmaster, and we got the trailer for bloody badass Lost Warrior today. So I don't know what the hell else they're trying to show and to get us hyped for. We're hyped enough, but I'm very intrigued to see what they're gonna do on that next live stream that is just dedicated to DFO, because there was a little bit of other stuff in this one, but I don't know. There's stuff to be excited for. The game's coming out very, very soon. We're all hype. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.